and welcome to Dittmer Knittery. I'm Bev, and here on my channel, I usually talk about things to do with yarn and natural fibers. Whether you are a returning viewer, hello, nice to see you, or a new viewer, oh, welcome. I'm really glad you're here today. And today, I have a few things to talk about and show. I might go on for a while. I do have notes. So, if you want to, you could pause this video and get a beverage and a work in progress. Or just sit down and join me for a chat. You ready? First, I have a finished object, and there's a reason I'm showing this certain item that has to do with the next thing I'll talk about after I show that, which is something amazing that happened to me last week. Then I get to announce the winner of some roving fibers. My finished object is a crocheted felted bag embellished with needle felting with yarn. So here's the bag. Now to crochet this bag, which was just all single crochets, and this is the bag, actually, this is the bag I made, the bag that I crocheted when I was doing the tutorials about how to make and felt a bag. This is actually the bag I created. And I used, which I probably showed it at that time, I used just Patton's classic wool, which I often use. It's reliable, it felts well, it holds its color. And I really like this color, brown mustard. I think that's a pretty good color name. I'm going to finish this bag. I'm calling it a finished object for the object of this video, but I do need to add the button. Here, I'll try to show you the button. I think that's going to look nice. Kind of classic there on the closure side, and then this tree and a birdie on the other side. I just love this texture of the crochet felted bag. And at first, after I crocheted and felted this bag, probably last year, I wasn't sure what I was going to do with it, and I left it alone for a long time. It called for something special, something unexpected. Anything but another fall tree with more fall leaves. Blue, it said. Blue, something rich. So one day, I literally took the bag and got all my blue yarn. One day I showed the bag all the blue yarns I had, and it chose this one. Beautiful wool yarn, nice texture, nicely spun, and it doesn't have any ball band, any label, but I am sure I got this in a box of yarn that Kim of Affordably Crafty sent me some time back. And it's a wonderful box full of all different kinds of yarn, and this was one of the beautiful balls of yarn that was in there. And so this mustard brown bag wanted a blue tree. And then the blue yarn showed me how to make these swirls instead of the leaves that I had planned. So this really is an instance of the yarn knowing what to do and me letting it. And I really like the results. And I said I was showing that for a reason, that I was showing that specific object for a reason. And that's what I'm going to talk about next. I often mention our warm and welcoming YouTube yarning community and how supportive our members are to each other. Well, last week I received some very unexpected support, far beyond anything that's ever happened to me here on these YouTube streets before. It brought home to me once again the generosity and kindness we share. So I'm going to mention some channels, and the info will be in the description box. So don't worry if you don't hear about all the different people I mentioned, because I will be sure to link them in the description box below. And you may be familiar with some of these names. So watch this video, and please, each and every one of you, then go to the description box below and watch the replay. Find the link and watch the replay of the Yarn Hookers Live from last week. Then you'll want to watch the Yarn Hookers Live later today. I should be able to get this up before their live comes out later today, and you'll want to watch them every week. The Yarn Hookers Live is a collaboration of 3 channels, 3 fabulous women, all cherished members of our community. They are Julie, the Wippy Chick, Ginger, the Yarn Geek, and Mel, hooked to the left. On last week's live, which was about crochet bags, Julie, the Wippy Chick, chose to highlight my bags, and she showed a very nicely done slide which pictured some of the bags I have on sale for Etsy. And she did this. She talked about my bags, even though her show was about crochet bags, and most of my bags are knitted. Now, some of them are crocheted, but at this point, most of them are knitted. So that made it even more special that Julie chose to mention me, and that's why I showed my crochet bag, to show that thanks for featuring me, and this is what it can look like if you would like to crochet and embellish a bag. Yes, it can be done. You can felt and embellish crochet. Question I often get, and I had to do it to learn, you know, that, and I say that too. If you're going to learn how something works, do it. Do it. Let me get back to where I was. A little bit of a tangent there. As a result of this mention on the Yarn Hookers Live, I sold 2 bags on Etsy to a woman in Massachusetts. I'm in Georgia. And I didn't even realize that I had made sales until I saw the money in my bank account. You know, my bank account looking better than I had expected it to look. What a joy. What a joy. And I'd like to show you the bags I sold. They're all special to me, and it always feels so odd to let them go. I mean, it's not hard to let them go. I make them and sell them, and it feels wonderful, but it's a very strange feeling having made these things that are so very special to me, and I have a little bit of myself invested in each one of them, and then there they go out into the world on their own. But I'd like you to see them. This first bag, its name is Blue Green Land. Some of my names are creative, some of them are not all that creative. But this first bag was an experiment in blending fingering weight yarns on the knitting machine. This was some time ago when I was still a little bit uncertain about using the knitting machine. I was still learning. I didn't know if it would allow me to use the 2 strands of fingering weight together. But it did. It worked. It worked as well as I hoped it would work. And because of the success of that experiment, I went on to create several bags using the same techniques I continue to rely and expand on today. I used those yarn blending techniques to create Lucy's Raven. which was inspired by a painting by a local artist, Lucy King, and I will provide a link to her information as well. So you'll be able to find out about her if you're interested in Lucy, who painted the painting that inspired this bag called Lucy's Raven. I loved creating something so different from what I usually do. It was such a great feeling to have the inspiration to look at her painting and see how to make it, to be able to carry it through to a finished object, and then to have someone purchase it. As always, with such an inspiration piece, I did give Lucy some of the money I got, and that's just another thrill, to be able to tell my fellow artist, hey, check your PayPal for money for art we made. All that to offer my most sincere appreciation to Julie, Ginger, and Mel. They said such kind things about me and my work. I didn't ask them to do that. I didn't even know they were going to feature my bags. I am just very grateful and humbled by the time they took, the care they took to support and uplift me and my work. That's the kind of community I'm so grateful and happy to be a part of. And maybe you're one of those members of that community who is here to find out and waiting to find out who is getting some roving fibers. Thank you for your patience. And as you know, this giveaway is in support of Katrina at Mindful Crafts and More. I had 10 entries. Wow, thanks. I'm very excited and pleased to announce the winner is Maribel is hooked. Maribel, I am so glad it's you. You are such a faithful and kind viewer, a valued member of this Yarny community. Be sure to email me your address by next Saturday, within a week, to claim your prize. I'll look forward to hearing from you and getting your package out to you. I have your package ready. And Maribel isn't the only winner. You know, I have 5 more packages. And if you want to be the next winner, you need to go to Katrina's channel, Mindful Crafts and More, and watch her video. Oops, I broke my nitty. Oh, no, I broke my nitty. Here's the name of Katrina's video. Oops, I broke my Addi knitting machine. And I will provide a link, but you'll need to watch that video and comment there on that video with my name, Bev, V-E-V. Then on this video, on my video here, tell me in your comment how much Katrina paid to get the part to repair her Addi knitting machine. How much did she pay? Now she says the amount and she says plus shipping. So we don't know how much the shipping is, just the number that she says. And you don't have to say dollars, you don't have to put a dollar sign, just that number somewhere in your comment. And all the links I've talked about and the rules are in the description box below. As always, email me if you have any question or for any reason at all. You know I love hearing from you. I hope I haven't kept you too long. Maybe you took this time to make some progress on a whip, sip a tasty beverage, or just relax. I enjoy our time together very much. Thank you for being here and for being the Yarny community that we all love. That's you. You are the Yarny community. Please go to the description box, get the links, visit the channel, subscribe, watch, and like. Be here and now. See things as they are. As Katrina of Mindful Crafts and More reminds us, be mindful, be crafty. I will see you on the next video.